Alright guys, we're back here with Andreas in Yakima, Washington. How's it going, Andres?
Good. How you doing today, everybody? How's
Good,
my
good.
Yakima doing?
I'm doing good, bro. What have you been up to since the last time I interviewed you?
Well, last time you interviewed me, I had got incarcerated for a little short stint at city jail, which is one of the worst jails here in Yakima because there's nothing in there to stimulate you, as in, so you're not focused on the time. So you're pretty much just sitting there watching the clock tick-tock away. No good books, there's no programming, there's no routine. They wake you up at 4 or 5 in the morning to eat, and then if you're lucky to have court that day, you're awake to that court time, or if you're lucky enough to be able to sleep it off, you sleep it off. But other than that, it's been pretty rough. Some of the nights were very cold. I've saved a few people from frostbite and hypothermia. Lost a few friends to hypothermia. Because some people just don't know how to survive, and you can't just build fires anywhere without getting in trouble, and if you don't have nowhere to go inside to stay warm, then you're pretty much at the mercy of the elements, and it's dangerous. Other than that, though, I keep my spirits high. I'm alive. And that's pretty much it. At least I'm alive.
For sure, bro. You mentioned that you've helped people with frostbite, help them survive. How'd you help them?
Well, like this. I have a tarp, so I made like a little lean-to, quick little pop-up tent, and then to light like a candle or a little fire inside that warms it up enough to beat the elements on the outside, or just simple, hand warmers, and teaching people how to, if you're that cold, if it's that cold where you're losing, feelings in your fingers and toes, you take your hands, you put them inside your shirt, and you put them inside your armpits, and that's the warmest part to keep your fingers,
For sure.
And as for your toes, you try to, double up on socks, and like I said, if you're able to make some kind of fire or get out of the element, do so. Other than that, and this is just because I'm an avid camper and survivalist out there, and so just these simple things. If you don't camp, or you're not an urban survivor, as like what I like to call this, is it can be very deadly out here.
Last time you were pretty down when I talked to you. What are you doing to try to stay motivated, stay positive?
As of right now, I'm looking into try to get into a halfway house, and wanting to get my ID and go to a temp agency, and so I can get back on the workforce. Get back to working and feeling like a normal human being. Going to work, coming home, possibly even, going out on a dinner date with a female, being normal, instead of having to hide behind, ducking corners and building fires and stuff just to melt some snow to be able to drink, because, dehydration out here is the number one killer in the winter, because it's not like the summertime where there's a bunch of water bottles and stuff everywhere, The stuff's half frozen, so you gotta thaw it out. If you're not lucky enough to get food stamps or anything, it's very, very difficult. When I went to jail, I'm already underweight. I'm normally 250 pounds, 300 pounds.
Uh-huh.
I weigh maybe 180, 190. I know I'm malnourished. I know I'm not at my peak physical weight, and it's affected with my mental, because your brain is fat, and your body will start to eat your brain if you don't eat food, and just to wait, and sometimes just to try to get a meal is hard, and just the other day I went just to pay for a meal, and I was getting kicked out of the store as if I stole something. And I was just waiting in line to pay for these items. And it does something morally to you, not, you know?
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you're inhuman, or like, you know, like you're not worth anything. And it's sad because that's not how we should make each other feel, you know?
For sure, bro.
We should be, you know, uplift each other and, you know, give each other positive praises, you know, saying that, you know, it's just another day and you got this. You can make it through. You've been through worse, you know.
Did your family know that you went to jail, bro?
No.
Have they checked up on you since then, or?
No. No.
Hey, bro, could you elaborate? Last time I did an interview on you, you mentioned that you had 2 homes, that you had a career. What career did you have?
I did. I worked at Del Monte Cannery from 2018 all the way up to 2008 to 2018. I was making $17 an hour. I was a mechanic. I was also going to college because I wanted to be. At this time, it was weed was becoming legal, and I wanted to be one of the first people to open up a head shop. So I was going for agricultural, business management, winemaking. So in the year of 2008, I made the Yakima Valley Community College. I oversaw the process of making wine that year. You know, I wanted to have a bed and breakfast / dispensary getaway out in these beautiful hills that we have here, you know. But I had my kids young, I was working, and it started all to become too much. And then I had a lot of sudden deaths in the family, and that kind of pushed me over the edge. And I don't want to use it as an excuse, but to not care anymore.
How many kids do you have?
I have 5 kids.
And do you get to see your 5 kids?
I do get to see them. I try to see them, but as in the state I am now, like homeless and not looking so clean, I stay away because I'm better than that. You know, like I made sure that I had jobs to where I got off. I got them up for school, and I was home for them to come home to when school was out. You know, and I sacrificed a lot to make sure that I could, you know, be there for my kids, so that, you know, they know that when the day's over with, school's over with, that, man, I get to see dad, you know, and we're gonna go to the park or I would do random things, you know. No day, one day was ever boring, you know.
How old are your kids?
From 12, 10. No, okay, I want to say 12. My oldest one's 12 or 13. Then my second daughter is 2 years younger, so she'd be in 10 or 9, and then two 7-year-olds and one 5 or 6-year-old.
You said you were in jail. How long were you in jail?
It was just 10 days this time. But
and did those 10 days help you to try to get sober at all, or was it not enough time?
No, they did. It wasn't enough time to get sober and go through the physical part. After that, it's all, you know, mental. But if you don't have anything set up for when you get out, it's hard. It's very hard.
Have you been sober since you got out, bro?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good, bro. Has there been temptation?
Of course, every day. Every day is a temptation.
For sure.
Yeah.
What's your goal to try to get out of this, bro? Out of the situation you're currently in?
I'm trying to find, you know, a halfway house, like I said, so that way I hold myself accountable.
Are you thinking about hitting up your family at all?
Yes and no. Like, I would like to, just for them to know that I'm okay, but I know they're not gonna. It's messed up to say this about my family, but my family is there they're tough, they're mean. Like in their minds, it's like, you know, you got yourself in this situation, you get yourself out, you know.
And then to elaborate, those 2 houses that you had, how did you lose them? What happened?
I lost my job.
At Del Monte?
Yeah.
Oh.
I lost my job, so I lost my, you know, income. My relationships failed. Just everything that I worked hard for, I lost it, you know. And it sucks, it hurts.
What message do you have for your family if they see this video, bro?
If they see this video, you know, I wish they could just, you know, understand. I wish they could, like, you know, walk a day in my shoes and see what I see and feel what I feel, you know. I'm still their nephew, I'm still their son, I'm still their brother. Nothing about me's changed, and they treat me like as if I've just changed completely, but nothing about me has changed, you know. And it's crazy, and I feel like part of it is it's a how they look kind of thing, you know. Is that they, you know, oh, my son, my nephew, he's an addict. You know, so they want to just like hide, put me away. You know, like if I don't exist, is what I feel like. What they are trying to do or want, you know, or are doing. You know.
Hey, bro, I have a question. You don't have to answer this if you don't want, but I noticed that when I went to that spot where I interviewed you last time and Daniel and all that, they kind of mentioned something about a hierarchy. A rank structure. Is there a rank structure there?
There is a rank structure there.
Is that everywhere in Yakima, or is that just in that particular area?
You know, I believe it's just here. I believe it's just a Yakima thing, and in that
Within
area.
the homeless community, there's a rank structure.
Yeah, it's a hierarchy. It's crazy. I don't play with that shit. I don't. You know, I am who I am. You know.
Yeah.
I don't. It's just like high school, you know, favoritism, shit like that. That's what they try to. I feel like it's what they try to do, you know.
And what kinds of things have you noticed that goes on with the hierarchy there?
You know, certain people are privileged compared to others, you know.
For sure.
You know, so some.
Yeah, whatever you feel like we can't talk about it, it's okay.
Oh man, no.
Like they decided to kick me out of there. Remember?
Right. Yeah, and I wouldn't allow anything to happen to you. See,
I appreciate it.
You know.
For sure. That's why I don't really like pull over there no more.
Yeah, and you
warned me. I went there just to check up on Casper the other day.
Yeah.
The guy I interviewed with me last time, and Casper told me he was looking around. He was like freaked out, man.
Yeah.
He told me I had to go.
Yeah, because not just you, but you know, he also would get retaliated upon.
Yeah.
You know.
And I don't mean no bad, bro.
And I get that. I can see that. You know. And,
would you be okay with me doing a follow up in the future, bro?
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate it.
Hopefully, you know, by then, maybe, you know, something I'm doing a little better, you know.
For sure, bro.
And if there's anybody out there that's willing to, you know, help me out with the job and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, bro. What do you have an email or a phone number?
I just got a phone, so my phone number is. I was lucky. I got when I got out of jail, they were giving away free phones again, and I qualified. My last one got jacked, you know, and that's another thing I hear, like.
That's common, bro.
And it sucks because it, you know, not only does it, you know, discourage you, but like, you know, it's just like, man, these things are needed, you know.
Yeah.
Because if I was to get a job, or if somebody was, you know, needed, you know, my skills, there's no way to contact me.
What kind of work have you done? What kind of work?
So I'm a mechanic by trade. I went to high school, was getting my my mechanics degree, but I graduated too soon. It was a 2-year program, so I graduated before I could get my degree. But I worked at the Del Monte Cannery as a mechanic. I laid carpets. You name it, I do it. I worked at Subway, you know, fast food industries. You know, there's nothing that I can't do, you know. So my phone number is 509-571-8428. You know, like I said, you know, I have 5 kids, so I could babysit, to braiding hair, to you know, I want to go back to school and get my barber certificate, you know, because I can cut hair. You know, I like to make people feel good, and that makes me feel good that I help somebody out.
For sure, bro.
You know.
All right, bro. Would you be okay with me posting this on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I appreciate it, bro.
No problem.
Thank you.